been waiting to do this video for a while now. So I'm glad to be saying that I am officially going to be doing it today. I thought this video would be a great idea so you guys can get a little bit more insight about me and my preferences in the 90s, and so I'll be answering all those questions in this tag. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's hop right into it. So the first question in this 90s kids tag is favorite TV show. Now I was already thinking about that. That's kind of hard because I'm like, okay, should I pick between a cartoon, sitcom? I mean, I had a couple favorite 90s TV shows, so I'm gonna list a couple even though it says one, but I can't just pick one honestly, because I mean I had a whole bunch of favorite 90s kids TV shows. First of all, Rugrats. I love Rugrats. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Full House. The list goes on and on and on. Honestly, I really can't choose. Those are just a couple of my favorites. Favorite 90s song. Favorite 90s kids song is Return of the Mac. I love Return of the Mac. I hear that song. When I hear that song, that's it. I start grooving. I love that song. Every time I hear that song, I just automatically, it gets me moving. Like especially the beginning, like the beat and everything. Like, it's just such a 90s feel. Like, you feel like you're in the 90s when you listen to that song. I love that song. And yeah. Favorite commercial. My favorite 90s kids commercial is Nickelodeon magazine, please. It only premiered on Nickelodeon, and it was pretty much these kids trying to convince their parents to buy them the Nickelodeon magazine. Unfortunately, I never had Nickelodeon magazine, but I loved that commercial whenever it came on. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? NSYNC. I had a couple more songs that I liked from them, but Backstreet Boys was good too. Don't sleep on Backstreet Boys. They both were hot in the 90s, but I think I like NSYNC songs a little bit more better. Favorite 90s artist? Destiny's Child. This is where I fell in love with Beyonce. I got a gist of Beyonce. I know that was more like late 90s, but whatever. I'm more of a late 90s kid anyways. I'm gonna do what it do, okay? And I don't really care because at the end of the day, I'm still a 90s kid, okay? Yes, Destiny's Child. It's definitely my favorite band group growing up. Like I said, Beyonce's my favorite artist, and that's the first time I've ever heard about her, seen her, any of that stuff, and that's when I got just to her, and that's kind of what made me fall in love with her. Not like that, but made me fall in love with her as an artist. Did you collect anything back then, and what did you collect? Yeah, I collected things. I collected rocks. I literally went outside and just picked up rocks, put them in a box, just collect them. Cool, right? How many Tamagotchis did you go through? I only remember getting one Tamagotchi growing up. I didn't have a lot of them, but the one that I did have, I took pretty good care of, and then after a while, I just started getting bored. I'm just like, man, all this thing does is eat, sleep, and cry, and stuff like that. I think there's a couple games you can play on it, but it was just like, I was getting bored of it, so I think I let it die or something. I mean, so horrible, but it's true. Favorite video game console? My favorite video game console is Super Nintendo. I remember playing that with my brother. That was the first game system I remember playing as a little girl, and this was in the 90s actually. I remember playing Mortal Kombat, the first official Mortal Kombat. I remember playing Donkey Kong on it. I remember taking out the cartridge and blowing on the cartridge. All those memories, me and my brother playing that. That was the first time like I kind of like even got into video games. My brother got me into video games. Super Nintendo will always be one of my favorite game consoles. Okay, favorite video game? Crash Bandicoot. I love Crash Bandicoot. That was one of my favorite 90s kids games. The game was so suspenseful to me at the time, at my age, and especially him, the Ooga Ooga guy. I forgot his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. You know, the little brown plaque Ooga Ooga guy. He said Ooga Ooga. It sounds funny saying that. That was definitely time to be alive. Favorite cereal? Favorite 90s kid cereal was Fruity Pebbles. Now, I didn't really eat a lot of cereal back then because I wasn't a fan of milk, and I'm still not a fan of milk. I don't like milk, and I know that's probably bad, and I need it. It's good for your bones, your teeth and stuff, but I mean, I just don't like milk. It's gross. But I did eat cereal out the box, and so my parents did buy Fruity Pebbles, that was my favorite one to eat right out the box. And I'll still do that now. If cereal's in the house, I'll go and eat it right out the box. 90's crush. My 90's crush was Kel Mitchell from Kenan and Kel. He was so cute. And he was really funny too. So, I mean, he was a little bit slow as well. But, I mean, he was funny on top of everything. And me, funny guy, is attractive. So, him already having the good looks, plus him being funny on top of that, just made me have a crush on him. Favorite show from Nickelodeon? SpongeBob. SpongeBob was my favorite show from Nickelodeon. I love SpongeBob. I know, once again, it's late 90's. I don't care. It came on April 1999, and it'll forever be one of my favorite shows on Nickelodeon. It's lasted this long. There's a reason for it. I don't care. I don't care if it's late 90's. I don't care. I love SpongeBob. I'll forever love SpongeBob. Favorite network? Nickelodeon was my favorite network, and personally, it had everything I loved on that channel. I didn't have to switch the channel to Cartoon Network or Disney, even though I did sometimes switch the channels because, yeah, they had good shows on the other channels too, but mainly Nickelodeon was the top choice. It has shows from cartoons, it has shows from live studio audiences, all different kinds that appeals to every audience, whether it be kids, whether it be teens, adults, whatever. Favorite Disney movie? The Lion King. If you guys saw my other video, you guys would know that Lion King is hands down favorite 90's kids movie. They're coming out with a live action film this July, I believe. So I'm so excited for that. Weirdest fashion trends. I feel like the weirdest fashion trend back then that I remember wearing was the thing called skirt. It was a skirt mixed with shorts. It was like shorts underneath the skirt. It was really weird to me. I didn't really like wearing them. And I remember I had a pink one that I wore all the time, that my mom made me wear all the time, and I didn't like it. I never liked it. Favorite toys you would play with? Polly Pockets and Barbie dolls were toys that I loved playing with. Honestly, can't even choose between the two because I played with both of them equally amounts of times. And just any type of dolls. I loved dolls back then. And I would say Bratz dolls too, but Bratz is not 90's. It's early 2000s or so I'm going to stick to 90's and keep it with Polly Pockets and Barbie dolls. What early morning weekend TV show would you watch? I remember watching Recess. Favorite McDonald's Happy Meals toy? I remember getting this toy when It's a Bug's Life came out, and it was a spider like on top of a leaf. I forgot honestly the names in that movie. I really did. It wasn't even really one of my favorite movies, but I remember specifically getting this Happy Meal toy and having it for a while. What would you watch when you got home from school? I would watch Arthur. I always remember as soon as I got home from school, around I think it was like 3 or 4 on PBS Kids, watching Arthur. Me and my brother would watch that show a lot. Our relationship was kind of like, you know, DW and Arthur. I'd be DW, you know, little mischievous kid, and my brother would be more Arthur, you know, more well-constructed. Okay, last question. Favorite thing from the 90's that no longer exists? I talked about this in a previous video too, but hit clips. Hit clips was my thing. I loved hit clips. Give you 30 seconds of the song. It was like the first generation before like iPods and iPhones with the music playing on it. So this was like the first official carry on the go, like besides like, you know, CD players and cassettes and stuff, but this was like small and compact, and honestly, I think that's where like iPods and all that stuff got inspired. So yeah, guys, I skipped over a couple questions because I didn't want to make this video too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed my 90s kids tag, and I hope you guys got to learn a little bit more about me. And also, let me not forget that I have a 90s page that you guys can follow, a 90s Instagram page, and it's called Just Like the 90s. You know, my username on here is called Just Like Amber. So I was like, what can I do that kind of correlates with that? And I was like, just like the 90s. So on that page, I post pictures from the 90s that I put facts on, and as well as I put my own personal opinions on it, and I ask questions. And you know, I don't have a lot of followers on there yet, you guys. I'm still building up, but I mean, it's starting. It's, you know, it's starting, and it seems like a lot of people, they appreciate it. They give me a lot of feedback, as well as feedback on these videos as well, guys. I really appreciate everybody who reaches out to me and gives me feedback on my videos. It lets me know that you guys are really watching. There are people watching these videos, and lets me know things that I can improve on. So yeah, guys, thanks again so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Comment down below, tell me your guys' favorites and all that stuff of any of these questions I asked. And yeah, see you guys in my next video. Bye.